Hello, everyone. Welcome back to X-Plane 11 once again. Today, we're doing a flight from Dallas Love up to Little Rock, Arkansas. That's what we're going to be doing. They are just now finished with loading the snacks and all that stuff on. We're expecting a wheels up time of around 10:30 a.m., so we do not want to be late. Let's go ahead and hop up into the cockpit and get things squared away. All right, good morning. As you can see, it is 10:15 a.m. We are expected to have the wheels up at 10:35 a.m. I just double checked on Southwest 3903 service to Little Rock. Let's go ahead and get things ready to go. We have the APU running right now. Actually, let's put it on bus. There we go. So we don't have to use the external power anymore. And we also have the aft tank on for that reason. Yaw damper is turned on for now. Everything else looks pretty good. Seatbelt signs are where they need to be. We have the packs running right now off of the APU bleed. And electrics in the middle are turned off. We're not worried about, well, we can go ahead and turn on the window heats, get those things going. That works for me. Anything else up there? Not really. Let's go ahead and jump right into the biggest part of all of this, and that is the FMC. So we're going to jump into FMC. We're going to go to the position initialization page, and we're going to say we're in Dallas, the home of Southwest Airlines, Dallas Love Airport. Not worried about the gate there. Let's go to the route. We're going to let them know we're going up to Little Rock, Lima, India, Tango. That works right there. Flight number is Southwest Airlines flight 3903. So we go 3903. That works right there. Fantastic. Runway, we're going to be taking off here. I believe 31 right. So we'll just put 31 right in there for now. That works for me because the winds, let's look at our actual weather here. In Dallas, it's showing winds of winds are absolutely calm. So we have calm winds, 10 statute miles of visibility, clear skies, altimeter 2993. Let's go ahead and put the altimeter in here. Just one little click up. That's pretty easy. Let's do it on both sides, actually. There we go, 2993 across the board. Fantastic. Let's do weight and balance real quick. Flight, weight and balance. We got an hour and 44 on. That's actually not too bad. We can take a little bit more out of fuel. Only need about an hour and 20 minutes since we're going to be only 47 minutes up to Little Rock today. Payload, we'll have a few more people on. Almost every Southwest flight is completely full, so this will be no different. What do you say? Okay, that looks good there. Performance initialization page. We can do the gross weight. There it is right there. Flight level is going to be, they want us at 290, but this airplane in its current state has problems with flight level 290 for some reason. So we're going to go 270 instead. So 27,000 feet total. That works for me. Reserves of 5.0. Cost index, we'll just do 99. How's everything else looking? Pretty good right there. N1 limits, not worried about it. Takeoff page. Here we go. Takeoff, it's going to be flaps 5. A CG is going to give us 19%. That's 6.16 on the trim. Let's move that over here to about 6.16. That's good right there. Let's calculate our V-speeds. V1, 150, VR 151, and V2 of 158. What we'll do is V2 plus 5 in the MCP panel when we set that up. Let's go ahead and do the departure. So our route today is not too difficult. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. So it's going to be a departure here on the, what is it? Let me look at my stuff here. It's the Laundry 4 or Lindra 4. I'm not really sure how you would say that. Let's find that real quick. There it is right there. That is the one we want. And it's a transition of BSCAT. There we go, BSCAT. That works. Biscuit, whatever you want to call that. And you can see it populating right there. That's good. Arrival into Little Rock is pretty simple. It's just going to be LIT. Winds are out of the north up there. So we'll be doing the ILS 4, either 4 right or 4 left. I'm going to double check that real fast. I think we'll go with the ILS 4 left today. It's closer to the terminal. That works for me. Transition of Little Rock VOR. That looks good. Execute him. Legs page showing here. We want to go direct to Shram on our departure. We want to go to Little Rock after BSCAT. Execute that, and we'll double check, make sure there's no other discrepancies. That looks pretty good to me. I'm pretty happy with that. 10:20 right now. We need to push out so we can get wheels up by 10:35. Let's let them know we are ready to go. You can hear people rustling around back there. We have a couple wing views today. We've got a wing view back here, and we have a leading edge, or an engine view right here. Pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and grab our paperwork from them. Thank you very much. There we go. Close that up. Let's turn that anti-collision light on. You can hear them saying, flight attendants, be prepared for our departure. Fuel elevation there is going to be 266, so let's go with 250. That works for me. And we can turn the packs off for engine start. Let's let them know we're ready to go, so we'll turn these fuel pumps on and see if they'll give us a pushback. Hopefully they will. Can we get a straight back push? Let's go ahead and release this so they can... There goes the gate. Straight back. Hopefully.
Sorry, we don't have any push cards.
They don't have any push cards. Okay, well, I'm going to have to manually do it myself. Classic. I don't know why this airport of all places does not have that, but I'll just use the map mode and I'll push us back. I'll be right back. All right, we are pushed back, and the ground crew has signaled us to go ahead and start engine number 2, so let's go ahead and do it. Or start the engines, and we're going to start by doing engine number 2. That works for me. We have N2 rotation right there. We want to get to 25%, and we will give that sucker some fuel. So almost there. 24 and 25. There it goes, and it starts to come to life. How about that? Wait for that thing to get situated there. And we can go ahead and mess with this guy here. I'm happy with that. We'll get that on the way out. Let's go ahead and go TARA. Even though TCAS doesn't work in this airplane, we can try it, right? Yeah, we already had it turned on anyway, so there you have it. All right, that's a good start there. Let's start engine number 1. And remember, 25% N2 is what we're waiting for here. Still trying to make 1035 wheels up. We're at 1024 right now. We'll also see if world traffic's going to play right today. I've been having some issues with these airports and the ground routes. There we go. That is starting to come to life. And yep, we have green. You have 2 blue lights there. They're not green, that's for sure. Turn our probes on. Turn those electrics on. We'll get our cabin pressure to 8,000. And that is 2 good starts. Let's go ahead and go over to the generators on the engines. And we can kill the APU. We do not need that any longer. We can go packs on. So now everybody will get some AC back there, including us. Can't go wrong with that. AP bleed can come off. There it goes. The light's out. Pretty much all set right there. MCP panel. Let's do 15,000 on departure. Heading, let's do 310 here. So we'll roll this sucker all the way around to 310. Come on, you got it. And that is good right there. We'll do a flight directors on. Vertical speed of 2,000 on departure, just in case. Auto throttle's not worried about it. Remember what we had to do? We had to go back to the, we need to go back to our takeoff page and remind ourselves exactly what we're doing. V2 plus 5. So 163, let's go ahead and throw that up in there. 163 on the speed. Almost there. 50, 63, perfecto. Let's do flaps 5. So 3 notches of those guys. They're in transit right now. Auto brakes go over to RTO. We can go ahead and do our systems check. So let's go to systems and we'll do left, forward, or neutral, right, neutral, forward, neutral, back, neutral. And we'll see what that looks like from the wing view. We'll do VNAV and LNAV. We'll light those up so we have the flight director working here. Let's go taxi light. Can go to dim. Parking brake is released. We are ready to go taxi over to runway 31 right for our departure. Yeah, a little bit of power here. Get this sucker rolling. tight little squeeze back here in this area. And we'll taxi out to 3-1 right. All right, we are going to be clear for takeoff. We're going to make a left turn around and grab our departure end. So let's go ahead and go. Those can come on. We can go strobe and steady on. We can do bright lights on the taxi lights there. And we are going to be ready to go. Let them know we are ready to rock and roll on out of here. Line up on runway 31 right. And we'll be out of here before you know it. Won't take very long at all. We'll just go auto throttles armed. Put this back on the engine. Selection. For the display. We already got our information there. Let's go to the legs page. We'll line up on runway 31 right and we'll be blasting out of here. Let's go ahead and hit the chronometer. Look at that, 10:29. We're a little early too, so that's what we like to see. Chronometer's on. Landing lights are on. Double checking everything. Flaps are 5. Trim is set. We are ready to rock and roll. Yes. Line up on 31 right. Let's go ahead and go bring our power up and let it stabilize. Just like that. And we'll hit the mic button right here for Toga. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. Cross check. Long roll. We have a lot of people on board.
V1, rotate. Positive 3.
Gear up. There we go. Let the airplane settle in there. We had a lot of passengers on board. There's 400. Checks good. We'll start our left turn. We're over 1,000 feet. Get back on our course. There's the 1,000 call out. I see they have that thrown in there. We want 7,000, so let's do 250 at 7,000 so we don't overspeed here. 50 at 7. That looks good right there for VNAV, so it'll be all right. We'll start bringing our first notch in. The flaps. Still climbing out about 180 knots here. Making our left turn. Get a nice view of Dallas on our left side here. We have traffic right there on the right-hand side. Probably getting in sequence to land at Dallas Love. And we are rolling off on our south heading here, and we're going to grab SRAM here shortly. So looking good right here. We'll bring our flaps all the way in, clean this airplane up. Roll off right here. This is fine. Still hand flying it. Not on the autopilot yet, but we will be shortly. There's 250 right there, so it should slow down here. Yeah, and it's going to. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and go direct to SRAM. So we'll go ahead and engage the autopilot system for VNAV and LNAV, although I don't know why it's making a right-hand turn. It really wants to intercept it in a weird angle, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Where are you going exactly? That's my question. Okay, well, that doesn't want to do that. We're just going to go ahead and do it ourselves. Let's go ahead and go heading selection. And then we'll go ahead and try to get this thing to intercept Shram. We might have to go make ourselves direct to Lindry, actually, because for some reason it doesn't want to do it the other way. So let's go ahead and go that guy up to there, execute that. So we should be direct to Lindry here in a second, or Laundry. There's 6,300 feet, 250 knots. Airplane is cleaned up, landing gears off. Almost to 6. We can bring the retracts in at least now. All right. Let's see if this thing will go to Linder here. This is very strange. LNAV now. There it goes. It's grabbing the LNAV. Beautiful. Let's see our little departure route here. Long way out to Linder. 8,100 feet right now. Dallas Love back there. Still climbing out, looking good. There's the 10,000 ding right there. So that's 10,000 feet. We can go ahead and clean the airplane up. Should have turned those off anyway. That's all right, though. That is off. That all looks good. Landing gear is up. Lights are out. Auto brakes are off. Flaps are up. We are tracking onto Lindry there. And we're going to be increasing to 274 knots until we get there. And then we'll make our left turn and head to Zurlu. Looking good. All right, left turn over to Zurlu. We're getting closer to our top of climb. We're going to continue to climb here to 27,000 feet. And what I always do in this airplane is I always recycle the VNAV, and I will here in a second once I get to 270. Actually, let's do it now. There we go. 270 looks good right there. Perfecto. And we are climbing out here to the left. And we have a total of 18 nautical miles till we get to Zurlu. We make that right turn. We go to Swidia. I don't know what the hell you would call that, but that's what I'm calling it today. How about that? There's 18,000 feet, and you can see that turned yellow. We just need to make that standard pressure of 2992 on both sides. There we go. Above 18,000 feet, airplane is going to be speeding up to Mach point, was it 784? It looks like we'll be getting to, yep, today. So 0.784 up to flight level 270 after we cross Zurlu, and we are about to get top of climb right there. Good news is we have winds out of the west, so we're going to have a nice 25 knot tailwind up to Little Rock. Should actually increase our time. And look at this, it's only 10:39 now, so we've been in the air for 8 minutes and 52 seconds. We are ahead of schedule, and everything is looking great. As we continue to our cruise altitude here, we're at 25,500 now. I'm double checking the route here, and we don't need the Little Rock VOR on here. So what we're going to do instead of having that is go back to map mode, and we are going to go direct to Lasky after BSCAT. So let's go ahead and click that right over the lit, hit execute, and that should be much better. 1 to go, he said, so that means 1,000 feet to go, and we'll be at our cruise altitude. And all we have to do then is turn off the fasten seatbelt sign so everybody can move around and go to the lav and all that. And not too long. If you pop this out here, you can see our top of descent's right after BSCAT. So not going to be up at cruise very long. But there's 27,000 feet right now we're pulling up on. You see the FMC speed just picked it up now. We'll be trying to get to 0.784 for the Mach. We're at 0.68 right now and climbing. So you can see it increasing there. And the engines will power back once we do achieve that speed. We can let them know they can move about the cabin. There goes the fasten seatbelt sign, just like that. So they can get their peanuts or their pretzels today. Not sure what they got going on. Probably wheat thins, Southwest. What are we kidding? And their complimentary soft drink. Not too much longer, and we'll start our descent down into Little Rock. Okay, we're 34.5 nautical miles from BSCAT, and top of descent is right after that. So let's get the airplane configured and ready to go for our arrival. We'll do auto brakes of 3 just to make sure we stop in time today. And let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Let's do auto brakes of 2. 3 is a little bit much, but we'll do auto brake 2. We can now go to the initial, or you can click on the initial reference page and go to the index and go to your approach. This tells us our information. 110.3 for the ILS 4 left approach. So 110 right there, 110.3. This is what we're going to do right here. We're going to do 110 like that, and then 3. That looks good. We're going to do it on both sides just in case we run into some fog and have to do an auto land. Okay, that looks good there. And MCP panel, we're going to set that up for 10,000 feet. We'll descend and maintain 10,000 initially, because it's going to be pretty much a long road into a straight shot into the airport. So we're going to have the speed brakes out as well to help slow the airplane. That is for sure. Let's see, course of 045. So we can set that right here, 045. Let's do that. We want it on both sides as well. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 5 right there. Same thing on that side. Yeah, it won't take long and the airplane will start its descent. Been a pretty nice flight so far. I just started picking up a little bit of turbulence here. My only peeve with X-Enviro is just we just don't get enough turbulence. We don't get any clear air turbulence. Cat, you know? I wish we would get that. I don't know why we don't, but we just don't. We need to select our wind speed, or our flaps, and our VREF speed. We're going to be doing flaps 30 landing, so let's go click that once, and then you click it again. That puts it down into the computer, so it knows. We'll do VREF +5, and we'll set that in our MCP panel. So top of descent is not too much longer, and we'll be good to go. We're pulling our power back here. We're getting ready to start our descent. Let's go ahead and let them know they need to return back to their seats. That'll work right there, and she'll let them know, hey, get back to your seats. We are beginning our initial descent into Little Rock at this time. There it goes. The airplane's starting to pitch down a little bit. That is our VNAV profile right there. A little diamond coming down. So we need to make Lasky at 2,100 feet at 250 knots. So we are definitely going to need drag. Let's go ahead and put this thing into the flight. There it was right there, right when I started moving it. It's like, yep, we got you. So we will put those speed brakes out, and that'll help slow the airplane down. through its descent towards Lasky. All right, update on the weather in Little Rock, Arkansas. Winds are just slightly out of the north there at 9 knots. 10 statute miles of visibility. If you fly out to 2,000, altimeter is going to be 2,995. So we'll put that in right after we get to 18,000 feet. We're going to be here actually pretty soon. That's the intercept point you see out there. So we're going to go over to manual heading mode, and we're going to point ourselves at that so we can pick up the ILS. Hopefully that will work out for us. There's Lasky there. I don't know. Oh, the intercept point. That's what we don't need right there. We just need this one. 171, 1814. That one right there. That's what we need. So let's go ahead and put that into there. Execute that guy. So that is a lot better. It should be, at least, from what I can tell. I mean, we're pretty much just straight in to the airport because we're at 058 right now. We want to be on 045, so not far off at all. There's the ding. Oh no, that was somebody asking for a flight attendant. That's what it was. We're almost to 18,000 feet here, so we're just gonna sit here and wait for that to pop over so we can put the altimeter setting to the local setting to 995. So there it is right there. We'll go to 2995. So we just click here and we go to 2995 on the left. Same thing on the right. Click and 2995. There we go. Altimeters are set for Little Rock, Arkansas. We're below 18,000 feet now. You see the airplane starting to slow down to that 250 mark. Still doing good. Still says we need drag. I haven't changed it. We're still just keeping those babies out there, keeping her slowed down. And it should be a pretty straight shot into the runway. So not too much longer. We're about 30 miles out to Lasky. And once we hit 10,000 feet, we'll put our lane lights on and go from there.
to go.
1,000 to go, almost to 10,000 feet. We've got the airport in sight right there off our nose. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over to VOR Loc, and that is going to arm the localizer. Once the localizer starts moving, we will have that intercept to that runway. In fact, we'll probably have a better one once we get a little bit closer. I might turn ourselves a little bit to the right for the intercept. We're on 10,000 right there. We're going to continue our descent. Do not mess around. Keep on going down. Keep on going down. 2,100 feet total. There it is right there. There's 10,000. Lane lights come on. And we're looking all right here. 9,600 feet. Start slowing this airplane now. We're going to put our first setting of slats out. It's a little gusty out here today. Oh, it's going to be a little bit right over the edge there. Should have kept it slowed down a little bit more. This is a little tricky approach. Would have been all right there. Not too bad. Just helping the airplane slow down because it's going to be a lot to ask of it. In fact, we might go ahead and just move ourselves manually around here so we can get that descent looking good. Let's go ahead and go to the heading select mode, and we'll turn towards a nice intercept heading. That looks good right about here. And we will arm that localizer. We should see this localizer start moving to the left here. Man, this thing is slippery. Slippery to get inside this approach. Okay, it should pick it up here. There we go. Localizer is alive. We're going to wait for the glide slope here now. This is one hell of an approach, not going to lie. I was not expecting it to be as crazy as it has been. Pretty much going to be just slam it on down in there is what it's going to be. This seems like we're going to be too high for this, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to have to make ourselves a nice 360-degree turn probably. No, we might be all right here. I mean, we are descending to 2,100 feet. but we're never gonna get this thing slowed down. This is a very strange approach. Let's do a 360 turn here. Let's go ahead and select this way. Keep it turning, keep it turning. Sometimes you have to do this, so the energy the airplane has is just way too much for what we're asking for it. I need a little bit more bank out of you there. There you go. Okay, well, clouds just popped in here. Just loaded in some new weather. We'll do a nice 360-degree turn here. Turn a little bit more, a little sharper here. And we'll try to pick up this ILS the correct way. Yeah, that's just crazy going straight in like that. Whew. Airplane did not want to slow down and go flaps 1. Still have a nice tight turn here. Turn it back this way. No, not you. I keep clicking the wrong one, and it's making our bank angle way less. Don't want that at all. We're well below that. We can turn our retractables on. Looking good right there. Well, the airplane does not want to descend any more than that. I don't know why. Descend. I don't know what it's doing exactly. And we'll slow this sucker up here. Going through the clouds. Try to get another intercept here. Quit doing that. Quit clicking that. That's all you gotta do is just stop being stupid. There we go. We're coming up on the glide slope now, so we'll probably have a good intercept this time around. Quite possibly. Come on, glide slope. Once we get leveled off here, we can arm the localizer. There's the localizer right there. Localizer is alive, waiting to grab that glide slope here. And there's the glide slope right there. Fantastic. Arm the approach. Gear down. Flaps 15. Much better. And we can put that to bright. So we go here to the approach ref. We got 158 to 163 with the wind correction. That looks good right there. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the quick arrival, but I mean, it happens. It does happen. Let's slow this puppy down. We want VREF flaps 30. So we're moving it to flaps 25 now. Looks good. And one more notch of flaps. There's a single channel in case we were doing a auto land, which we are not doing today. And flaps 30. How are we looking out here? Looking good. We can put those speed brakes back now since we are looking good. And we'll arm the speed brakes for landing. Much better. How about this side? Looking like we're landing. That's what I'm talking about. Wind's kind of blowing us around a little bit here. Not too bad. Just 9 knots. 1,000 feet is stabilized. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and go disengage. Auto throttle's off. I've got the airplane landing. Okay, so the runway and the localizer are not accurate at all. We're going to remember that. Put those guys away. More power from the airplane. The glide slope's fine, though, for the most part. 400. there's the wind right there. Not too terrible. 300. Back on that glide slope's all I want. Less power than that. It's a shorter runway, so.
200.
Yeah, the ILS on this one is screwed up, man. No wonder the airplane was all trying to figure out what was going on.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Boy, that thing did not want to come down. Reversers out. The auto brakes do its job. Pretty much use this whole runway here.
80 knots.
And there's 60. Clear 'em. Auto brakes off. Manual braking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Little Rock, Arkansas. There's the windsock. There's 2 windsocks here. That's good. There's a Southwest Airlines cargo ramp over here. We want to go over to the actual terminal. Bring our flaps up. Bit of power here. Turn those lane lights off. Over to dim. Oops, wrong button. And we can also, trying to do too much stuff at once here. Go to strobe off, and we can start the APU. Once we get that light, we'll be good. There it is right there. Fantastic. And if the replay did not crash the sim, it will be inserted here. So I'll see you as we taxi into the gate. We got our gate in sight. We go ahead and turn off the taxi light there. I would turn that little light off too if I could, but it's being stupid. And we'll taxi in. Parking brake is set. We can go over to APU power like that. We can shut the engines down. There they go. We can let them know they can take their seatbelts off. We can turn the beacon light off. APU can go over to that. And we can turn these guys all off. And these come off as well. Window heats can come off. Probes off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Not too shabby. A little crazy approach coming into Little Rock. I've never done it before, but it was straight in and it was fast, so that was our problem. Anywho, we're still early. Look, it's 11:20 a.m. and we were expected to land at 11:23, so we are 3 minutes early. How about that, even with the 360-degree turn? With that said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.